The stakeholders, including civil society organizations (CSOs), have called for increased advocacy and effective implementation of tax policies across Nigeria. They made the call at the launch and onboarding ceremony of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) chapter of the Tax Justice and Governance Platform. Chika Oko, Senior Program Coordinator on Tax Equity at International Budget Partnership, emphasized the need for greater focus of tax transparency and accountability. He noted that while budget advocacy is strong in Nigeria, tax advocacy remains a weak link in the country's governance ecosystem. Chinedu Basi, a TJ and JP steering committee member and tax expert, said the new FCT chapter aims to develop a tax engagement agenda specific to the FCT and national level to support sustained advocacy. He emphasized the need for the widespread tax education in the FCT to raise public awareness and encourage citizen participation. The event attracted stakeholders from government agencies, policy institutions, and tax experts who discussed
and Center for Development and Democracy, CDD. As steering committee members, we look forward to this, and we're also pledging our support to the platform to see how far we can drive all of this, and we're also willing to support as much as we can. So thank you very much. And we have a primary focus. You look at vulnerable groups, you look at disadvantaged groups. Then in this case, women, informal sector operators. And we've been doing this across 19 states in the country. We recently onboarded the Taraba State platform. So with the establishment and onboarding of an FCT platform, we should be hitting about 55% of the states in the country to get your full commitment to this process. Mandate, all of that is going to come later. Try to see how we can help to establish a structure. So some of the learnings we've got to
doing budget analysis, and asking questions about spend, and how government intends to fund that. But we really don't have much analysis going on around, what is the government's revenue projections? How do we intend to fund, what government has budgeted? What does our tax revenue look like? And what will it be going forward? For instance, the value-added tax is kept at 7.5%. How do I put it again? Instead of the proposal from the presidential committee for an increase of 2.5% and then a phased increase, 10%, 12%, 12.5%, and 15%. We still have it left at 7.5%. So the implications already is that there's likely going to be a VAT
struggles, a lot of learning, like Mona said, and I'm hoping that we're beginning to stabilize to get a reading on how to really engage those that have already been well established in their ways that we're trying to change. It's good to see a lot of young people in the room, new energy, and like Chika said, the work ahead is tough, long, rough one, but with the kind of ruggedness and resilience I have seen, I think that we can begin to make a mark. The fiscal space and landscape of taxation is changing everywhere, but we always say we never forget the justice in the tax. That is actually why we are a platform. You allow government, they will impose and impose and impose. But somebody needs to remind them that you do not kill the goose that lay the egg. You ensure that vulnerable people in the informal sector who are barely making a living out of the business they do must be protected when you are imposing tax, whatever it is. And the retribution tax and role of tax, which you always emphasize, must never be lost in terms of how you then use the resources to ensure that you bring in a quality gap empower the poor, empower the rich, the vulnerable, and ensure that everybody has a say at the table and benefit from our common well-being. We always remind them that tax, what we use as development aid, is actually